I have no idea what this website is. I don't know what this is. Medium.com. So there's this article that I saw that popped up on my feed. It's an old article. I believe it's from last month. But the thing is, I can't read the entire thing is because it's gatekept. You can't watch it unless you are a member, or you can't read it. Sorry, you can't read it unless you are a member or you're subscribed to them. But I'm gonna read as much as I can. All right, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit, and I do have some help from the internet to sort of get the gist of what this article is about. Men deserve the male loneliness epidemic. So, according to this article, Desiree Peralta hates men. Desiree Peralta hates men is because I think that she probably had an encounter with terrible men, and the thing is that they allow this stuff to happen. It's their own damn fault. So I'm gonna read this here. We can only read so much because, like I said, it is gate kept and I can't read the entire thing. So I've been watching the conversation around the male loneliness epidemic on the internet for months now, and I keep seeing the same pattern. Men lamenting their isolation while simultaneously doing everything possible to push people away. I think the people that we push away are fat, middle-aged, bitch-ass Karens that nobody cares about. Now, the thing is, the reason why we push women away in terms of people is because we don't... Men... at least from where I was brought up, how I was brought up, men should not show their feelings. Men don't cry. We need to be stoic. We need to be, men should be men, right? And we are immediately when we are born, we're put in this man box, right? At a young age. You're a man, do manly shit. Stop being a pussy. And, stop fucking crying and stuff like, it's like, like the only thing that the fluids that leak out of your body other than semen should be blood, right? Men don't cry, right? It's how I was brought up, right? It's like, be a man, do the right thing, that kind of stuff, right? So whenever there's a girl that wants to talk about emotions and shit like that with us, like we don't talk about that shit. We do not talk about our emotions. And when we cry, we do not cry in public. You know, we do not show emotion, and that's a stoic thing, right? But most recently, in terms of most recent, I'm talking about within the past 10 to 15 years, maybe even 20 years now, we've been getting a lot of soy boys, male feminists out there, is because that's what women want. Because they're like, oh, you should be more, I like a man that's sensitive. I like a man that's able to talk with their emotions and cry in front of women. And that's how you get a lot of pussy boys out there. But a lot of the good dudes, a lot of the strong males that you want, like Henry Cavill, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, fucking any of the, even like the older manly men like Arnold Schwarzenegger, of like Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or any of those crazy dudes, those guys will not cry. Those guys are the manly men that you want. But the thing is that if you want to talk about feelings, nah, bitch. Nah, bitch. Dude like Phil cry in the shower. I typically just cry through my penis. That's how I typically cry, right? They complain about having no close friendships, yet they mock emotional vulnerability as feminine because it fucking is. If you're crying in fucking public, you're a fucking pussy. All right? If you're crying in public, you're a fucking pussy, all right? This is stupid ass shit, bro. Yeah, Chris Evans cries all the time. And talking about in the movies, right? But yeah, like we want stoic, strong men. We don't want pussy boys, all right? We don't want girly men or sissy boys, right? They claim that women don't understand them while refusing to communicate their actual feelings. The reason why we're getting male feminists is because of these women, all right? The reason why we get a lot of pussy soy boy male feminists is because these women want that shit. But here's the thing though, they actually don't. These girls would say all that kind of stuff, and then when a male feminist shows up, they're like, ew, get away from me, gay boy. Right? It's always like that. They want deep connections, but they're every interaction like a transaction where some woman owes them something. And then they wonder why they're lonely. We don't want bitches to be telling us, you can cry in public. Show me your emotion. Show me you crying. Men do not show that kind of stuff, man. And do you know why? It's because that's pussy boy mentality. That's pussy boy energy. And do you know who's a very good stoic character? Guts from Berserk, which I just finished watching the 97 animation. Do you know who's also a very good example of that shit? The OG Luke Skywalker. Not new G Skywalker, OG Skywalker. Another person, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. None of them cried. None of them are pussy ass bitches. They fight. And if they die, they die. They're fucking badass people. They're badass characters, man. It's like, oh man, you know, I'm just so sad. And look, it's just, bro. And imagine being Kevin Smith and crying and filming yourself crying because you saw Barry Allen's mom in the Flash TV show die again. Shut the fuck up, pussy. Man, yeah, Blade is one of them, absolutely. Right? And that's why whenever we get these like modern day era and shit like that, like we like you get a bunch of these pussies because these crazy feminists want that. And then when we show our vulnerability, when we show our more emotional side, you guys call us pussies. Why are you crying? Stop crying. It's like, all right, then fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna say, and don't get me wrong, I know feeling lonely is a real problem that affects everyone, but when I see men blaming feminism, social media, or modern dating culture for their isolation, I can't help but think they have earned this. We are blaming feminism. You guys wanted this. You guys fucking wanted this shit. Right? You guys you guys are fucking crazy and you guys want this garbage. So, of course it's blocked. You can't read this full story, but the good old Grok comes to save the day. And I told Grok to sort of summarize this article. So, according to the article, Men Deserve the Male Lonely Epidemic by Medium, on Medium by Alexander Charles explores the growing issue of male loneliness, arguing the stems of societal expectations and men's own behavior. Key points, okay? So, loneliness epidemic, men are increasingly isolated with declining friendships and social connections, supported by studies showing men have fewer close friends than in the past decade. And this is true. I actually, the thing is that I have a wife, so like I'm not really like fully alone or anything like that. But in terms of having like male best friends, most of those male best friends that I had are more of them, more or less, they're gone in terms of like I'm not friends with them anymore, and they started their own family, right? And so like I usually don't. I'm not one of those people that will keep up and like reach out to people. It's like, hey man, you want to grab a drink? You want to grab a bite? You want to go out and hang out? You want to go watch a movie or anything? Like I don't do that kind of stuff. Sometimes I do. It's rare though. But if someone's in town that I know, like drunk 3P or something like that, yeah, I want to hang out with them, right? But in terms of like actual friends that I had from like a long time ago, I'm not saying Jay's not a friend or anything. I'm talking about like people that I knew from my middle school, high school, or even college. Like I'm not friends with them anymore. And the people that I'm friends with now are like I have, other than my wife, you know, like her family and like my brothers and stuff like that. And the people that I typically hang out with are like our family now. I don't hang out with other dudes. We don't go to a bar and grab drinks anymore. It's just I don't know why. I just, that doesn't happen anymore. Let's see. Another one is societal pressures. Traditional masculinity norms discourage emotional vulnerability, pushing men towards stoicism, and which hinders forming deep relationships. I think being stoic and not crying and being pussies in public, I think that's a good thing. But you can be stoic and have friends though. I think that's perfectly fine. I think that we can show emotion. I'm not saying that you can't. Emotional vulnerability, like laughing, but like, what do girls actually find crying men to be attractive though? Like that is the actual question that I have. So anybody who's watching this and if you're a girl or a woman or you know of people, and let's say there's a hot girl and you're watching a movie like The Notebook or some girly shit or something like that, and you start crying, right? Like, is that attractive? Because I don't think that shit's attractive. Absolutely not, right? Like, but here's the thing, I'm not gay, so I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying that I don't think that women find that shit attractive. Right? Self-inflicted issues. The author critiques men for contributing to their loneliness through toxic behaviors like misogyny, entitlement, or avoidance of accountability, which alienate potential connections. When you're saying through toxic behaviors like misogyny, I think whenever like let's say Geeks and Gamers, we do a call and we're playing video games. We call each other, oh man, you're so gay. Oh, you're fucking retarded. Oh, you're so stupid. The reason why we say that shit, we could say a lot worse. A lot worse is because we're on YouTube and we can't. But yeah, those are all fucking jokes, man. That's how people interact with each other. You have to be able to be yourself, right? And the thing is that most of the guys think that crying is for pussies. And we don't do that shit in public, right? And if I do cry, like I said, I cry out of my penis. Cultural factors. Online spaces like incel communities exacerbate isolation by fostering resentment rather than solutions. Media portrayals of masculinity also set unrealistic standards. No, I think that behaving and acting like, what's it called again? Aragorn, Guts from Berserk, Dutch from Predator. I think all of them are very good people that we should look up to. I think we should look up to those people. I think that is a standard that we should strive for. I think Superman being fucking dog legs, where's the dog? Where the dog legs? Like being fucking loud and stupid and shit like that. Nah, fam, that ain't it. That is not it, man. And that's the reason why, like, what's it called again? You don't see like Batman crying often, and the only time he actually cries is like if someone like dies, right? Another one, I believe one of them is like another one was like Flashpoint Paradox, right? Where Flash gets he was able to deliver a letter from Thomas Wayne to Bruce, and at the end of the movie, he's like, "This is my father's handwriting." And he reads it. You don't see Batman actually shed a tear. You see the paper, and you see basically the camera is focusing on the paper and Batman's hands, and you see 2 drops of tear. And he turns around, and he says, "You're one heck of a messenger boy." And then Flash goes, and he zips off, right? That's how you show it. And the thing is that the sign of crying and showing emotion is a sign of weakness, and especially in with other guys. Imagine if a bunch of like manly buff men with chiseled rock hard abs and fucking bulging biceps that is all like fucking sweaty and shit like that, and they're fucking at the gym and pumping iron like and one of their friends fucking stubbed their toe like, oh my toe, I'm gonna start crying. All of those buff, bulging, rippling bicep men that's working out in the gyms that has their fucking shiny skin with their fucking glazed shiny buttocks will all point and laugh at that fucking bitch that's crying. All right, being stoic isn't just for women. Being stoic is also to show that we're strong in front of other men. Is because if we're strong in front of other men, then they can be strong too. You can show an example. I need to be stoic in front of my son. I can't show that I'm a fucking pussy. I can't show my emotional feelings to my son because he needs someone to look up to. right? And I'm gonna be his idol. I'm gonna make sure that like I'm a dad that he can look up to. I don't want, you know, my dad's always crying. He's always talking about his feelings. Like, I don't want my son to be gay. That's for gay people. Gay people cry in public. Gay people fucking, oh man, it's just like, I think these people are just insane, and the women who push this kind of stuff are fucking retarded as well. So last one, solutions. Men are encouraged to take responsibility for the emotional growth, seek therapy. People who go to therapy in terms of talking to a shrink about their emotions, they're all fucking pussies. All right. If you have a shrink and you go get therapy because your emotions, you don't know how to talk to people, you're a fucking pussy. All right. Build genuine friendships and reject harmful stereotypes to combat loneliness. Nope. Nope. That ain't it. If you do that, you're going to be so fucking gay. Might as well just show a bunch of cock in your mouth. Right? Might as well just take it up the asshole. If you go to therapy, if you seek therapy because of your emotions, you're a fucking gay. Right? You're absolutely legit. You like having sex with other people. Do you know what happens if something bothers me? Do you know who I talk to? Nobody. If somebody yelled at me and talked to me and called me names, and something bothers me, do you know who? I don't talk to anyone. Men, if something sad happens in your life, right? If something terrible happens in your life, men don't talk to nobody. And nobody, because we don't have anyone to talk to. We don't technically talk to anyone. You can potentially talk to your significant other, right? But like, I'm saying that if you're like single, like if you're not married or have a girlfriend, right? You don't talk to them. So like for me, like I talk to the chat. Yeah, I do. I do talk to you guys. But in terms of like, do I have a physical person for me to talk to, right? When girls are having a rough time, like they will call their sister, they'll talk to their mom, they'll talk to their best friends, they'll have like a fucking group call and talk about their feelings and something that bothered them or something like that. Guys don't do any of that shit. Do I talk to my, here's the thing, I don't even talk to my brothers about that kind of stuff. If something bothers me, I don't talk to them about them, right? If something happens to me that makes me really fucking sad, like when my dog died, did I call anyone because like I'm sad and I want to talk about my dog that my dog died? No. Do you know who was with me when my dog died? It was just me and my dog. I had to put her down. And the only time I cried when I was by myself. I did not cry in front of anyone else. Right? So it's fucking sucks. Guys typically don't have anyone to talk to. It's because in a way we are bred this way. And the thing is, it's okay. Right? Sometimes you can talk to your friends about it. Yeah, my dog died. Oh man, that sucks, brother. I'm sorry, man, to hear. And that's all we need. Hey man, you all right, man? You all right? You look sad, man. What's going on? It's like, no, it's just my dog passed away. It's like, oh man, brother, I'm so sorry about that, dude. I'm sorry. That's all we need. We don't need like, oh, let's go to a spa. Let's go get a mani-pedi. Let's go to the sauna. We don't do that shit, bro. And then after crying, you fucking crank one out. And I think these people online are just who are writing articles like this saying that men deserve the male loneliness epidemic. And do you know who caused the male lonely epidemic? Was women. Women caused this shit. Women are the one who caused the male loneliness epidemic. And you cannot tell me otherwise. Yeah, you cannot tell me otherwise that women caused this shit. Man, whenever we show emotion, it's like, just grow up, stop crying, stop being a pussy, right? And then when guy starts being stoic and we don't show our emotion, you fucking yell at us too. Fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Yeah, man. Anyways, What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. What is this? Man, I think that these people need to stop writing and start going back to working at McDonald's. I think this person will probably have more agency and more meaning to life if they actually put my fries in the bag.